Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I pay homage to the Blessed One, the Supremely Enlightened One. I pay homage to my teacher, Lukuswami Vase, who teaches me the Supreme Buddha's Dhamma. Sadhu, sadhu. Okay, so this is the last part of the Kukkuravatika Sutta. Kukkuravatika Sutta. Remember, the Buddha was helping two friends who were practicing wrong path. So remember, one friend was behaving like a dog, and the other friend was behaving like a cow, thinking that by practicing this asceticism of a cow and of a dog, they will be able to be reborn in heaven. Remember? And then Buddha explained, no, that's the wrong path. Instead of being reborn in heaven, you will go to hell or animal world because you are following the wrong way. And then Buddha went on to explain about 4 types of karma that was realized by the Buddha with extraordinary knowledge. And we already learned about 3 types of karma. And this is the last type of karma. Can somebody read?
Yes, Bhante, I can start. Okay, and what are neither dark nor bright deeds with neither dark nor bright results, which lead to the ending of deeds? It's the intention to give up dark deeds with dark results, bright deeds with bright results, and both dark and bright deeds with both dark and bright results. These are called neither dark nor bright deeds with neither dark nor bright results, which lead to the ending of deeds.
Good. So this is the Yamidang kammang kanha vipakang tassa pahanaya chetana. See here the word chetana. That's the intention, volition, the thought, and that is the important thing. And if you cultivate that intention, the thought, which can which leads to the abandonment of dark deeds, means karna vipaka, the evil karma. Yamidang kammang sukkang sukha vipakang, and the same intention, volition, the thought leads to the abandonment of the good karma, sukha vipakang, tassa pahanaya chetana. So that is called the kammang. That's when you generate that thought, that volition, you generate a new karma, new type of karma, which is neither dark nor bright, but that leads to the destruction of all the karma. Kammang akannang asukang, akanna sukha vipakang kamma khayaya sangvantati, which leads to the ending of karma, which leads to the destruction of all karma. Now you may be curious, like, what is that thought? What is that intention? What is that? How to generate that karma? Because as long as the karma is accumulated, we are going to be reborn. You understand that? And Buddha explained, as long as the karma is going to be accumulated, this cycle of rebirth will continue. Remember, because bhava pacchaya jati, dependent on arranging of karma, comes the rebirth. The rebirth arises. As long as the bhava exists, the rebirth exists. So bhava means arranging of karma. But here in the fourth type of karma, Buddha explains about the destruction of karma, ending of all karma. Isn't that very important? Because that is how our sansaric journey is going to be stopped one day. And how to develop or how to accumulate this karma. And in the first place, we should be very happy to learn that such a karma exists. Otherwise, there is no escape. Such a karma exists. A karma that leads to the destruction of all karma exists. And that's the discovery of the Buddha. And how to generate that karma? There are other suttas where Buddha explains about it. And that is by following the Noble Eightfold Path. Every time when a noble disciple follows the factors of the Noble Eightfold Path, either it's like starting from right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration, and all these factors of the Noble Eightfold Path. Whenever the noble disciple practices the Noble Eightfold Path, that is the time where that chetana is generated. That intention is generated, that volition is generated, the wholesome karma. Whenever, as a noble disciple, you practice the wholesome qualities, 5 precepts, like you generate an intention not to kill, not to steal, not to engage in sexual misconduct, not to tell lies, not to take intoxicating drinks and drugs. Whenever you generate the intention of practicing generosity, giving and sharing, whenever you generate the intention of loving kindness, compassion, the contemplation, the impermanence of aggregates, of sense bases, that is the time this karma is going to be generated. The karma that is neither dark nor bright and leads to the destruction of all the types of karma. Isn't that amazing? That we have that path.
Yes, Bhante.
Bhante, would this be also equanimity?
Yeah, equanimity is also included in the Noble Eightfold Path. Because in the first sutta about this chetana, explanation about this chetana, which is neither dark nor bright, Buddha explains in the first sutta, it's the Noble Eightfold Path. And in the following sutta, Buddha explains about the developing the 7 enlightened factors. And the equanimity is one of them. So whenever the noble disciple practices the 7 awakening factors, the awakening factor of mindfulness, sati sambodhanga, the awakening factor of dhammavichaya, the investigation of dhamma, dhammavichaya sambodhanga, the awakening factor of energy, effort, virya sambodhanga, the enlightened factor of piti, the rapture, piti sambodhanga, the enlightenment factor of tranquility, the passaddhi sambodhanga, the enlightenment factor of concentration, samadhi sambodhanga, and the enlightenment factor of equanimity, the upekha sambodhanga. Sati, dhammavichaya, virya, piti, passaddhi, samadhi, upekha. Those are the 7 awakening factors. All right. So whenever these things are practiced, like when you develop mindfulness, when you develop satipatthana, when you develop precepts, when you practice vipassana, that's the time these 7 enlightenment factors are developing. So when that is happening, this chetana is produced. And that is the chetana, the intention, which leads to the destruction of karma. But first, it destroys the karma that leads to the rebirth in bad destinations, in miserable planes. And then eventually, that karma leads to the destruction of the karma of giving rebirth in human world, heavenly world, Brahma world, and in any realm. And it leads to the zero karma. That happens when you attain the enlightenment, liberation, vimutti. Okay? Yes, as you asked, equanimity is included in that fourth category of karma. So what happened next? So that was the teaching about the 4 types of karma, but still Buddha continues.
I can read.
Uh-huh.
These are the 4 kinds of deeds that I declare, having realized them with my own insight. When he had spoken, Puna Koliyaputa, the observer of cow behavior, said to the Buddha, "Excellent, sir, excellent. From this day forth, may the Buddha remember me as a lay follower who has gone for refuge for life." And Senya, the naked dog ascetic, said to the Buddha, "Excellent, sir, excellent. I go for refuge to the Buddha, to the teaching, and to the mendicant Sangha. Sir, may I receive going forward the ordination in the Buddha's presence?" Senia, if someone formerly ordained in another sect wishes to take the going forth, the ordination in this teaching and training, they must spend 4 months on probation. When 4 months have passed, if the mendicants are satisfied, they'll give the going forth, the ordination into monkhood. However, I have recognized individual differences in this matter. Sir, if 4 months probation are required in such a case, I'll spend 4 years on probation. When 4 years have passed, if the mendicants are satisfied, let them give me the going forth, the ordination into monkhood. And the naked dog, ascetic Senia, received the going forth, the ordination in the Buddha's presence. Not long after his ordination, Venerable Senia, living alone, withdrawn, diligent, keen, and resolute, soon realized the supreme end of the spiritual path in this very life. He lived, having achieved with his own insight the goal for which gentlemen rightly go forth from the lay life to homelessness. He understood rebirth is ended. The spiritual journey has been completed. What had to be done has been done. There is no return to any state of existence. And Venerable Senia became one of the perfected.
Sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu.
sadhu, sadhu.
We pay homage to our great teacher, the Supreme Buddha, who tame other beings and who teaches the truth out of compassion. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We also pay homage to the Arahant, Venerable Senia Arhantero. Sadhu, sadhu. Isn't that amazing how they change their lives? The same day, right? Minutes ago, he was behaving like a dog, naked, going naked, right? Walking maybe on fours, like a dog. But 3 minutes later, he was a monk, right? Shaving off the hair and wearing the robes, with calm and peaceful behavior. And not long after, he becomes a fully a liberated monk. But before he didn't know that path. But in his life there was still that power, that strength, that spiritual maturity to become a liberated one, to an arahant. Can you imagine that seeds are there to become an arahant, but still living as a naked dog, following that ascetic path like a naked dog, eating whatever is thrown on the ground, living on dusty places, dirty places, keeping those seeds inside to be an arahant. Only because of the compassion of the Buddha, those seeds become trees and bear fruits. Otherwise, those seeds would have dead without giving fruits. Right? Isn't that a beautiful sutta?
Yes. Bante,
Very fortunate.
I have a question, Bante.
Uh-huh.
From the sutta, we understand ascetic Sanya, he became the enlightened monk.
Yes.
But how about the ascetic Punya? I think the
Didn't you
sutta
see
didn't
that?
mention any.
Didn't you hear that? This is Punna. Aina?
Yes.
Yeah, Punna became a Upasaka. Punna became a lay disciple.
Only the lay disciple, but is any sutta mentioned that the Puna also attained enlightenment at the end?
Maybe later, because we come across this name in many different places, like in the Theragatha. We see many times, you know, many Bantes have maybe the same name, like Punna, Bante Punna. Maybe he became a monk later. Yeah, maybe there is a possibility, because his friend that became a monk as well. So he also decided to, not the same day, but maybe later he wanted to go home and discuss with the parents or whatever. Yeah.
Thank you, Bante.
So
You're
Bante,
welcome.
the probation the Buddha said is just 4 months, but Senya willing to to extend to 4 years.
Yeah, like
His patience,
still
right?
okay.
Can do
For
it.
him, it's still okay. He has such a patience, like
Yes, patience. Thank you, Bante.
Buddha says, okay, you had to wait 4 years, like 4 months under probation, and the other monks will observe your behavior because you are from a different sect, and that is the general principle in the Dhamma. And he was so excited to become a monk, like he can even wait for 4 years, not only 4 months, 4 years, and he will behave well, and then in the end of the 4 years, the monks will be happy about his behavior and his training, and the monks will give him the ordination. And that's how fortunate people think. But nowadays, some people are impatient. They say, oh, I have to wait for 1 year to become a monk. No, I won't want to wait like that. I want to become a monk soon. So let me go to a different monastery and become a monk soon. So there is such an impatience today. That's a very good example how the patience helps people. Very good. Anybody has any questions? So we learned very rare things about 4 types of karma. Do you remember those 4 types? Bright karma with bright results, right? Dark karma with dark results. Bright and dark karma with bright and dark results, mixture, right? And Buddha explains them in detail. And the last one is the karma that is neither dark nor bright, which leads to the destruction of all the karma. So in this long journey of samsara, we have generated all types of karma basically, and mostly the dark karma with dark results, except the 4th one basically, because we didn't come across the Noble Eightfold Path normally. It's very rare if somebody comes across the Noble Eightfold Path. But we mostly generate the first type of karma with the dark karma with dark results. Because in this long journey of samsara, we normally one normally associates with bad friends and generate evil karma by killing humans and animals, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, taking intoxicants, getting angry, being greedy, being jealous, all these bad things. We are living with that unseen side of our life. So we have to be on this path always, because we can't see the pile of karma in our life. But this path will protect us. Everybody is silent, very serious.
Bante, a question. Bante, what is the difference between the last week, the Sutta we covered in the Indonesian, the class, and
program,
today's class?
yeah.
It's very similar teachings.
For what? Similar to what?
Similar to what dark. The last week also the Sutta says about the dark.
Oh yeah, that's about six classes of rebirth.
Okay.
Somebody has dark birth and with dark results. That's talking about a different topic, right? Because dark birth means somebody has been reborn in a low family, a poor family, and sick person. That's the dark rebirth. And the dark results means he associates with bad friends and he generates evil karma, and after death he is reborn in hell. So like that, 6 classes of rebirth. But that's about 6 parts of people. But this is about 4 types of karma.
Okay.
That's the difference.
Okay. Thank you.
But in that Chala Bhijati Sutta, the 6 classes of rebirth, the 2 classes of rebirth, and the person who has a poor person becomes a monk and attains liberation, and the other one is a rich person becomes a monk and attains liberation. Those 2 people actually are included in the 4th karma category that we learned today, because they generated the 4th type of karma. That's how they became an arahant.
Thank you,
Okay.
Bante, for teaching us. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Bante, can I ask you a question? Bante, if somebody is reborn in the heavenly realm, what are the ways that they can collect merits? Bante, in the heavenly realm?
Okay, so maybe the next program's topic is how to collect merits in heavenly world, because that's a long answer. Okay.
No, Bante, let's do 7 factors of enlightenment. That would be wonderful.
That will be another class also.
That would be good.
Yeah, all the topics are good.
There are 5 entrances too,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Aina has a topic too, I guess. Aina, do you have a topic? You are muted.
Bante, I'm a good devotee. I follow the group.
Follow what?
I follow the group. I follow the Kalanamita.
Yeah. For any topic you like, there are suttas. Whatever topic you like to learn, there are suttas for that. Because Buddha has this unlimited wisdom about things.